Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon has been ordered to report to prison on July 1st to begin a 4-month sentence. Bannon was convicted in 2022 on 2 counts of contempt of Congress after defying subpoenas. A federal judge handed down Thursday's order after Bannon's appeal was denied. With me now, former federal prosecutor and MSNBC legal analyst Glenn Kirshner, who was in the courtroom for that. Glenn, welcome. Tell us what it was like in the courtroom, because it seemed contentious. In fact, at one point, Bannon's lawyer was chastised for yelling.
Yeah, after the judge handed down his ruling and said that Steve Bannon would be required to report to the Federal Bureau of Prisons by July 1st to begin serving his 4-month sentence, I was surprised to see David Schoen, one of Steve Bannon's 2 criminal defense attorneys, make a beeline for the podium. And I can tell you, Alex, from having been in that court, practiced in that court for years, you usually wait for a judge to invite you to the podium. And he did start yelling. He was angry about the fact that his client would now have to report to prison. The judge put him in his place pretty sternly.
Yeah, you can imagine. So, look, there is a chance for an appeal, right? But it's pretty much certain Bannon will go to prison July 1. And as we await former President Trump's sentence to be handed down July 11, how long could it be before Trump complies with it, given Bannon was sentenced 2 years ago?
Yeah, well, Donald Trump's day of reckoning will be July 11th. That's the date he will be sentenced by Judge Merchan on his 34 felony convictions, crimes he committed to try to gain unfair advantage in a presidential election. And I have a feeling District Attorney Bragg's team will be asking for incarceration, because probation is actually no kind of punishment at all. And then it will be up to Judge Merchan to decide if these 34 felony crimes, motivated as they were to, try to, in essence, steal a presidential election from the American people, whether that, deserves incarceration. And if I can say, Alex, one of the most important principles of sentencing is general deterrence, deterring others who might choose Donald Trump's path, who might choose to commit crimes to try to cheat in an American election. If Donald Trump is sent to prison, it will almost certainly deter others from committing the kind of crimes that Donald Trump chose to commit.
Now, one thing, D.A. Bragg, you mentioned you think it's likely he sentences him to time in prison, and yet this is a guy who has really tried to promote reform, right? I mean, so you have to wonder if there would be pushback for people saying, what, you're going to put a 77-year-old man in prison and goodness knows for how long. Does Bragg have to really delicately find the right balance in his sentencing here?
I think this is an easy call from somebody who was a prosecutor for 30 years. Reform looks like perhaps treating more fairly folks who have no money, no power, no influence, and no connections, and snatch a purse or sell a rock of crack. I mean, that's where I think we need criminal justice reform more than sort of the well-to-do, criminals of advantage like Donald Trump. And here's the thing. If Alvin Bragg went through a lengthy investigation, a grand jury presentation, obtaining indictments, a very difficult run-up to trial where Donald Trump was endangering folks, and Donald Trump garnered himself 10 counts of criminal contempt of court as a result, and now 34 felony convictions, if there's no punishment associated with all of that, I think it will be doing a disservice to the people of New York.
Okay, Glenn Kirshner, my friend.